good. Almost, actually, is weirdly on the nose. But, yeah. So, yeah, as a result, I was in a black magic sex cult for 2 years. Yeah. So, about that, I will say I did not really partake in any of the sex stuff. And there were only a few members. Don't worry, they all still fucked my wife. It's good. It's good. I don't know. I'm out of it now. Where it's I said ex-wife, where it's all in the past. But I guess a few things have lingered. I'm still trying out those healing crystals. There's a few white girls in the room. They might resonate. And Chris. Well, maybe somebody then can help me out. I can't figure out how many of these things I'm supposed to eat before I start feeling better. Still, anyway. I didn't do any of this stuff because obviously I'm off witchcraft. But with all that said, give it up for your host, Chris Cooper.
Hell yeah, King. Are y'all ready for another comment? Because this one came all the way from Boston just to hang out with y'all. I think it's Boston. I didn't actually ask. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Give it up for Alvaro Mendoza.
What's up, people?
Oh, yeah.
Let's fucking do this, huh?
Yeah.
I've had sex. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If you want verification, you can ask the last comedian. It was his wife.
I sat down I think.
I had to do it. It was right there. I don't know. Thanks for sticking around. I actually really, it's nice because you really appreciate people that are left over, you know? You're like waiting to go up and you're like praying that a person won't stand up. You're like, oh, that's good. I don't know. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I went to like a private school. So I like learned about dating and sex later. But there was this like kid in my class who was friends with like all of the public school kids. So he had all this access to like this information. And he came in one day, he's like, guys, this girl, she showed me her pussy. I was like, wait, was it a stray? You know? Was it one of those weird cats without whiskers? There's a bunch of tags that are terrible, but I'm gonna do them. Was it a, God, I hope it wasn't neutered, you know? I hate when cats aren't neutered, you know, because then they start humping your leg. Was it like that? He's like, no, pussy. I'm like, I don't know why you're making a big deal of this. I feel like I'm more of a dog person, personally. Yeah, I know, I'm overextending it. What are you gonna do? I was a massive fan of ice cream. I like ice cream, you know, Klondike bars, because they have that slogan. They're like, what would you do for one of those bitches? I was like, I'll just purchase one, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I hated the exhale that I heard from the back of the room on that one. It was like a loud lips coming together. Let's try one of these. It's that kind of night, right? If your life had a soundtrack, what would your theme song be? I don't know. Something by Coldplay, maybe. Like Paradise. I know, that's kind of dumb. It's literally the only song that's popping into my head right now. I don't know. I'll try to find a new one. I'll get together with other people. I'll discuss. I'll get together with the lady with the dollar bill pants and we'll find a new theme song together. I have a dad that's old. My dad is 83 years old, which sucks, you know? Because, like, people put you in charge, you know? It's like, you're not like, oh, I'm in charge now. People are like, no, you're in charge, you know? You go to a liquor store and, like, people look at you, they're like, are you gonna be in charge of that liability over there? You know? Like my dad put a little drink on the counter and the cashier looked at me for approval. You know? He was like, is he allowed to be having peppermint schnapps? You know? I was like, I think he's over 21. I'm pretty sure, you know, he's hunched over. He's in a nursing home. You know what I noticed about nursing homes? There aren't like social groups. Like he's in a memory care unit. People don't talk in those places. You know, there's like I went to go see like the common area, and like people are at tables, but no one's talking. And it's like, there's no social, like you look at the room, it's labeled social area, but it's quiet. You know, it kind of feels like the nurses just put the people there. You know, it's kind of like when like a little girl like has a tea party with her stuffed animals. You know, the nurse is like, "Oh, would you like some tea? Isn't that so good?" Yeah. What are you gonna do? I don't even remember the rest of it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Give me a moment of silence is what we're gonna do. I think that's what we're gonna do. That's what happens. My parents have like a really big age gap. Like my dad is 25 years older than my mom, which is like, I feel like in today's climate, it's like kind of fucked up. Like people will be like, oh, like older men are fucking these younger girls. That's fucked up, you know. And I have to like, I feel like I have to kind of like pretend that I'm more disturbed than I actually am. You know, they're like, can you believe 25 years? I'm like, 25 years? I gotta go use the bathroom, actually. Or, I don't know, there's like a better punchline to that. That's disgusting. I don't know. That's disgusting. It's despicable. That's terrible, too. Let's see. Big age difference. I feel like sometimes I wonder like why my parents got together. Like there's such a big age difference. Like why would she? And I think it's because like my mom had like really bad daddy issues. So I think she wanted to like upset her dad, you know? Because like what's more upsetting to like a stern conservative Spanish guy than like your oldest daughter bringing home a Mexican, you know? A Mexican that's older than you. My dad's older than my mom's dad. I know, it's like a weird family structure. It's a weird family structure. Yeah, I don't know. I made a will for my dad, you know? I feel like people think that that's hard, but if your dad is one of those people that doesn't own anything, the application's pretty much, you can fill it out with the one word, not available. That pretty much takes care of the whole thing. Thank God for the light. I don't know. I'll try this one. You guys think Paul Revere on that night? You think 40 minutes into that ride, his horse was like, can you shut up? You know, I think horses are fed up with being on the bottom. You know, they're like, when's it my turn? All right, I think I just murdered this room. Seriously, give it up for your host. All right.
Give it up for Alvaro Mendoza. You might recognize this face as the host from the show that was right before this. Give it up for Blake Kane.
I gotta say, I was really disappointed at the lack of an accent, man. You doing the from Boston, you know, wicked smile, you know, very disappointing. I gotta say, all right, we're gonna do a little prompt